Welcome, everyone, to the NBA Summer League.
Stars of tomorrow coming out in the city of Las Vegas.
A lot of hype and a lot for him to live up to, huh?
One of the most highly anticipated debuts.
Gives it to James. Are you kidding?
Hello, Las Vegas.
Stephen Curry.
He can bury the shot.
A shot away by Durant.
On his way. Goodness. The stroke of the summer.
Are you kidding me? This is Summer League.
The lights don't get brighter than this.
With the first pick.
I've been trying to embrace the challenge my whole life. Play to win.
It's nasty.
What can he do? My goodness.
Viva Las Vegas. It may be 110 degrees outside on the Strip, but inside the Thomas and Mack Center, things are going to get a little hotter. 13 first-round picks taking the floor as the 2026 NBA Summer League kicks off today, highlighted by the blockbuster matchup between the two top picks in the draft, A.J. Debonsa and Darren Peterson. And as befits such a big occasion, look at the lineup. We have front office insider on his birthday.
There you go. Thank you.
A former number one pick today, Ogumake. Danny Green has made the trip to Vegas. But first, right off the top of NBA Today, we have some breaking news. And for that, we're going to go to Shams Charania here in Vegas. Shams.
Hannah, sources tell me that the Clippers-Raptors trade centered around Kawhi Leonard will not be complete until the Clippers are done with their investigation with the NBA into the aspiration situation regarding allegations of funneling money to Kawhi Leonard through endorsement deals. And so earlier this week, the Raptors and Clippers were set to have a trade call to finalize the deal that sent Kawhi Leonard back to Toronto for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, and draft assets. But the league, I'm told, ended up delaying that call and now has decided that the teams will not be moving forward unless the Raptors assume the risk of potential outcomes that come from that investigation. We still don't have a timeline for that investigation. Adam Silver said about a month ago that it could be coming to be wrapped up soon. It still has not been. And so over the last several weeks, the Clippers have engaged with multiple teams around Kawhi Leonard trade talks. None of those teams operated with any restriction that they would be dealing with any fallout after a deal being completed for Kawhi Leonard. But now that the Raptors and Clippers were set,
I have to say, the news that's coming out of the NBA right now is absolutely shocking. We're talking about a trade that was supposed to be a done deal, but now it's on hold due to an ongoing investigation. I'm talking about the Kawhi Leonard trade, which was supposed to send him back to the Toronto Raptors. But now, according to Shams Charania, the deal is on hold until the NBA's investigation is over. I mean, can you believe it? We're talking about one of the biggest stars in the league, and his trade is being held up due to an investigation. I've been following this story for weeks, and I have to say, it's getting more and more complicated by the day. The investigation is centered around allegations that the Los Angeles Clippers funneled money to Kawhi Leonard through endorsement deals. And now, the NBA is saying that the trade can't go through until the investigation is complete. I have to ask, what does this mean for Kawhi Leonard? Is he going to be stuck in limbo until the investigation is over? And what about the Raptors? They were expecting to get one of the best players in the league, but now they're left waiting. I think this is a huge blow to both teams, and it's going to have a ripple effect throughout the league. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I have to wonder, what took the NBA so long to investigate this? The allegations have been out there for months, and now they're just getting around to investigating. It seems like the NBA is finally taking this seriously, but it's too little, too late. The damage is already done, and now we're left with a trade that's on hold. I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but I do know that this is a huge story. We're talking about one of the biggest stars in the league, and his trade is being held up due to an investigation. I think this is going to be a long and drawn-out process, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. As I've been following this story, I've been thinking about the implications. What does this mean for the NBA? Is this going to set a precedent for future trades? And what about the players? Are they going to be more careful about their endorsement deals? I think this is a wake-up call for the entire league, and it's going to make everyone more cautious. I've also been thinking about the Raptors. They were expecting to get Kawhi Leonard, but now they're left waiting. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to make other moves to fill the void? Or are they going to wait it out and see what happens with the investigation? I think this is a tough spot for the Raptors, and they're going to have to make some tough decisions. And then there's the Clippers. They're the ones who are at the center of the investigation, and they're the ones who are going to have to deal with the fallout. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to make other moves to fill the void? Or are they going to wait it out and see what happens with the investigation? I think this is a tough spot for the Clippers, and they're going to have to make some tough decisions. As I've been thinking about this, I've been wondering, what's the end game here? Is the NBA going to find that the Clippers did indeed funnel money to Kawhi Leonard? And if so, what's the punishment going to be? I think this is a huge story, and it's going to have a huge impact on the league. I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but I do know that this is a story that's going to be ongoing for a while. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with the investigation, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the trade. But one thing's for sure, this is a huge story, and it's going to have a huge impact on the league. I think the NBA is in a tough spot here. They have to balance the needs of the teams with the needs of the league, and they have to make sure that everything is fair and above board. It's not an easy task, but I think they're up to it. I think the NBA is going to do what's right, and they're going to make sure that the league is protected. As I've been following this story, I've been thinking about the players. What do they think about all of this? Are they worried about the implications? I think the players are going to be watching this closely, and they're going to be waiting to see what happens. I think this is a huge story, and it's going to have a huge impact on the players. I'm not sure what's going to happen next, I do know that this is a story that's going to be ongoing for a while. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with the investigation, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the trade. But one thing's for sure, this is a huge story, and it's going to have a huge impact on the league. I'm excited to see how it all plays out, and I'm excited to see what happens next.